Welcome, traveler. You must speak the ancient words to... Nah, just messing with you. You ready to play some D&D?
Put in your name, I think, and
your address.
Yeah.
Name and date of birth.
Your name, and if you are a registered voter, it will pull up your voter registration.
Welcome to the party and to this episode of D20 to Curtain, where Oklahoma Theater Geeks hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons and Dragons. How's everybody doing?
Woohoo.
Oh, man, I'm excited.
Good. We are talking about voting. Make sure that you go out and vote, folks. Make sure you're registered to vote. All of that information is available to you through a plethora of resources online. So please do not give up your American right to be part of the political process.
Yes.
Please.
We just celebrated the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment.
Yes, we did.
So, ladies. Ladies did a lot.
All you voting ladies.
All you voting ladies.
Let us introduce the crew. I'm Jerome. I'm your dungeon master.
I'm Timothy, and I play Allie.
I'm Kara, and I play Nesrin.
I'm Jennifer, and I'm Eula.
I'm Jared. I'm Jaide.
And I'm Jody, and I play Lapis.
And we are back in the house with our friend, the rogue of the hour, Miss Susan Riley. How you doing?
Great. Hello. I'm Susan, and I play Mira, by the way.
That's right.
There it is.
Yes, you do, sassy pants.
She is on the front lines today of our story, and we're going to get to that story in just a few moments. But first, we have a few announcements. We want to make sure that we send our love to everybody in the community that is listening to us in Massachusetts and in South Korea.
South Korea.
Oh, wow. South
They got
Korea.
sold.
That's
But,
awesome.
that was my dad joke for Jared.
Wow, Jared, you needn't compete today.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, you old poop.
She stole your crown.
Well, it's passable. It's,
just once.
We share it. We got some shout outs today. What you got, folks?
I'm going to give a big shout out to Tara EY. Why? Because we love you.
Yeah.
Hey.
I like it. Oh, brought back memories from childhood.
And I'm going to shout out Chris P. Hulk, one of our fellow Oklahomies. We're so glad you are delving into D&D with us.
Oklahomies.
That was
God, this
clever.
jargon is, yeah.
Killing it.
I'm filled with jargon. That's what I do for a living.
We're still making progress on the sweepstakes. Kara, tell us what you got.
We are almost there to announce the winner of the sweepstakes, but you still have a chance to submit. We need you to like, subscribe, and review the podcast. All details, rules, and information can be found at www.d20tocurtain.com, and you will be entered to win a pretty amazing swag grab bag.
It's a swag bag.
Also, one of our badass D20 to Curtain t-shirts, which
we're
we're
all
all
wearing
supporting.
right
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to show that off. You can see that crap on Instagram. And Insta. On the
It's like we're at a
Insta.
family
And,
reunion.
y'all can be sporting it too.
It's like a Disney
and-
World family reunion.
We will all autograph your t-shirt. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Yeah,
My.
Gotta practice my signature.
I know. That's exciting.
Today we have wise words from one of our friends and the community members, Mr. James, the DM for the Roll Britannia podcast. Let's hear what James has to say.
Hey, all of you, it's James here, the DM from the Roll Britannia podcast, and I hope you can hear me okay from the other side of the Atlantic. I recently started listening to your awesome show, which is fitting, as I've also only recently started to even play D&D. And when I say recently started, I literally hadn't played at all before our mics went live back in May. And I feel like I might have a bit of advice for anyone picking up D&D for the first time, which I will dispense for you now. Baz Luhrmann. Anyway, I guess my biggest piece of advice for anyone sat on the fence or undecided about whether to give it a go, either as a player or a DM, is to do it. You will not regret it. Secondly, if you're DMing, no matter how much prep you put into preparing a rich tapestry of story and NPC backgrounds, certainly in my experience, your players will take a huge interest in something that you consider to be a passing comment or object of no consequence. Just go with it. Some of the best stuff from our show has come from exactly that. And lastly, in my extremely limited experience, don't get stressed out about knowing all the rules by heart or even actually following them. In the immortal words of Geoffrey Rush in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, the rules are more what you call guidelines. Just have fun. Love you guys. Stay safe.
Well, he's precious.
James
James,
like call me once a day and talk to me for like 15 minutes.
I
Like a
was about to say,
motivational speak. He's like, it's Monday and it's fine because you got this Monday down pat.
I love it.
Can I just listen to you talk all the time?
I feel the same way.
And the accent lends like instant authority. I'm like, yeah, I believe you. Whatever
Listen
you
up.
say is
Right,
correct.
right.
He knows what he's talking
light
about.
and British, and therefore it counts.
such an endearing presence that he had.
Also, James, Jared and I were just discussing the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
We were
yesterday.
talking about how Jeffrey Rush had the best one-liners.
Because Jeffrey
in that
Rush
movie.
is brilliant.
Really? He's
Weird.
So good.
You better start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Yeah. Oh my
We
God.
cannot say thank you enough to James and our friends
Yes.
at the Roll Britannia podcast. If you haven't checked them out, please take a look at them on Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you listen to podcasts. You will not regret it. This is a great show, and we are glad to have them as part of the D20 The Curtain community.
Listen up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We also want to make you guys aware of something we've got coming up that we're really excited about. Special one-shot for kids 16 and under called Harper's Tale, written by the amazing Miss Harper Corley. She's written a one-shot.
Yes.
I read about it on Twitter and discovered this incredible young lady had written something so fun and so engaging. And I cannot wait to sit down with a group of young people and run that adventure. And we'll have more details coming up about that. But if you have a young person who might be interested in auditioning for this specific one-shot, it's really easy. Go to our website, leave a voicemail, have them tell us their name, age, and why they love D&D. They may be the next star of the one-shot for D20 The Curtain. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
How exciting.
I want to listen
I'm
to
excited
that
about
one.
running. It's going to be cool.
too.
So I'm gonna, full disclosure, I'm ready to run my first official dungeon crawl. Are you guys ready to do it?
Oh my God.
I say I'm
This is
excited.
momentous.
Who knows? My players may never get to it. They may decide to go to a carnival.
Is that an option?
Are the animals
Are the
okay?
animals
Let's
okay?
talk about it
Have
first.
we eaten?
Poor Nesrin.
Is there food left
I
out?
know. I'm
anywhere?
like, I'll just like be a skeleton just chained up. Like,
and she was never
But your
heard
hair
from
will look
again.
fantastic.
Her hair looked great.
With all that out of the way, let's bring the curtain up. When last we met, Ali, Nesrin, Eula, Jaide, and Lapis returned to Hillgarden Farm, accompanied by Mira, to rest and regroup before returning to the secret camp of the Cult of the Dragon. Upon their return, the party discovers a memorial shrine of items left behind by locals as a tribute to Seraphimia. In addition, they meet Sarah, a local farmhand familiar already to Jaide and Lapis, and enlist her aid in managing the farm during their coming mission. Mira gets better acquainted with Eula and Nesrin, bonding over the concepts of horse thievery and the intricacies of braiding hair. However, during their long rest, Eula is haunted with questions of Lathander's approval and seeks to make things right. The party returns to the camp, splitting their approach, only to discover that it seems largely abandoned. Their confidence growing, Mira and Nesrin, alone, approach and question a group of hunters that they've discovered near the camp's cave entrance, only to be ambushed by stealthy cultists. Mira is able to escape, while Nesrin, struggling, is kidnapped and taken deep into the cave itself. What would you like to do?
All right. I'm going to run like the wind, but before I'm running, because I'm struggling free, I'm sure, are there any keys or, the comical loop of keys on the guy's belt? Anything that I should grab as I'm running?
Make a perception check at disadvantage.
That means I roll twice?
Yes.
Okay.
And take the lowest score.
Okay, I hope it's the one I just rolled. 5.
Okay. You're watching Nesrin being pulled with this hand over her mouth. It's a pretty big guy, tall, wearing dark robes, more intricate than some of the others you've seen. The cultist who is holding you, you're just able to get out of their grasp, but you don't see or feel any keys or elements that might be useful to grab. They're pretty much down to their robes, and both of which, interestingly enough, are actually wearing masks. That's not something you've seen since you've left Green S.
Right.
You didn't even see that when you came into contact with the rear guard. The rear guard weren't wearing masks.
Oh, okay.
You said that Jade and I kind of saw that we saw Nesrin being kidnapped. We saw Mira getting away. Did we see, I mean, yeah, they're wearing masks, but did we notice any of this? Any of the ornate robes?
It's hard to see the detail of their robes. You can tell that they're wearing dark clothing, and you're looking around. You had been looking around, scouting the rest of your party who is at the gates, dismounting, and then look back to see Nesrin being pulled out of sight and Mira just escaping from another pursuing cultist. Mira, you're starting to make your way towards the entrance, and your fellows, Lapis and Jaide, you're seeing all this and knowing pretty quickly that the plan has gone awry.
Mira, are you running towards
Yes.
the group?
I am sprinting my little booty off.
I don't say a word and just start running as fast as I can down the cliffside or mountainside, whatever it is. And
I'm right by him.
All right, I'm going to have both of you make a athletics check.
Yes.
As you're making your way down, you're jumping, you're having to do a little bit of climb and a little bit of foot holding. Just want to make sure you're not
oh,
injured.
damn. Oh, 20.
18.
Cool.
All right.
Everybody's athletic.
Nice.
I've
It
got
takes
high
you,
athletic.
your adrenaline is
Funny.
pumping, and it takes you less than 3 minutes to get down the full face of this decline. You're making your way down to the ground without incident. So in the meantime, Mira, you arrive.
They have her. They have Nesrin.
Ooh, what?
They have her. They grabbed her. They came up from behind us and they grabbed her. They have her.
Who's the they?
They were wearing robes and masks and we didn't see them.
We have to go to her, Allie. She didn't even want to come.
Yeah, but she went off by herself. This is like the third fucking time she's done this. Where's Lapis and Jaide?
Yeah, can we hear any of this?
Just as they're kind of concluding this part of the conversation, you all are running up.
We're running just as fast as we can.
Mira, did they take her to the cave?
Yes. They took her into the cave.
As soon as Jaide hears that, I start running towards the cave.
I run after him and try to stop him.
I am walking towards the cave, just marching, just pissed at Nessie.
We need to make a plan.
When have our plans ever worked out?
We need to decide what we're going to do before we go running in there.
What is there to do but go get Nessie?
But we all need to stick together as we go in there.
Of course
Yeah,
we do.
tell that to Nessie. It's about sticking together.
Mira,
Exactly.
you know what it's like to have a wayward sister. Will you join us?
Of course. But I believe we need a plan. We need robes and masks. They know I'm out here. They're going to expect us to come back. We need something.
Are we stopped and talking, or are we walking and talking?
I am walking and
I'm
talking
walking
because
with them.
I'm not stopping.
I am. Okay, I'm still
They're
moving.
gonna expect us.
I have not slowed my pace.
Because the element of surprise is completely gone. So we'll get in there and find her and do what the fuck we're supposed to be doing.
The scouts take note of you continually moving in that direction and start to put down their slices and cuts of meat. They stand and start to put themselves between you and the cave's entrance. Where you going, friend?
We're going inside the cave. What the fuck is it to you?
I look at Mira and I say, "Are these the people that took her?"
No, not them. There were others.
Allie, make an intimidation check.
16.
The gentleman that's talking looks at his fellows. Forgive me, friend. You seem to know what you're doing. Good luck with that. And they just chuckle amongst themselves and go back to their work.
And I keep walking towards the cave.
I follow.
Same.
Okay. The entrance to the cave is broad, tall. Ceilings quickly lower to about 15 feet high. It's a cavernous, echoey place. It seems to go on for some distance, roughly about 25 feet wide, it waves and turns with stalactites and stalagmites kind of framing the upper space. But it's relatively empty. There is some of the outdoor light making its way in, but as it's well into the dusk hours, that light won't last for long. And there would seem to be no braziers or torches lighting a path.
I have kind of figured that Jaide has not stopped at all. I'm still moving.
Okay.
I think that they've all entered, and I turn to Mira, and I grab her hands. Mira, they know we're here. They know that Nessie has a family. They've seen her before. Will you help me find my sister? And you have my promise that I will help you find yours.
I at this point, Mira's just nervous, prancing around. Her confidence has just been shaken. And everyone else is walked in, and I know we need a plan, but of course I'm going to do whatever it takes to get her back. But you guys.
Listen, Mira, we're not big planners.
We're going into a cave.
We should be.
Your fear is well-founded, and I share it.
Me too.
I'm afraid too.
Me 3.
Here's Jade's plan. I say we need light.
We're not in there yet.
We're not in the
And
cave.
You guys are, but me and Mira aren't.
The 3 of you are in there, but the other
You
2
gotta
aren't.
wait on me.
I'm then yelling it out to them.
Yell and draw more attention to us.
Especially probably in an echoey cave.
Oh yeah.
All right, tell me something. A note for me, the new player here.
Go for it.
Inventory, inventory. There shows a lantern, but it doesn't have the little red dot next to it.
You don't need it.
But you're welcome. You're welcome to use it.
Okay. There's a lantern in my inventory. I just want you to know that we have light. Now let me go back to panicking. Okay. Yes, I will help you in any way that you need.
I put my hand on your shoulder. I would say I've got this. But you and I both know that's probably not true. But don't worry. I'm going to be by your side, okay?
All right, let's do this.
My sister first. Your sister next. And I take a coin from my pocket because I heard Jaide's cry, and I cast light on it.
And we go in the cave.
As you are moving into the cave, Eula, I want you to make a Constitution save.
Great. A 10.
You are struck with this doubt, this concern that in a moment when you know you will desperately need Lathander's aid, are you worthy? And you light the coin, which flickers into luminescence as the 2 of you start to make your way into the cave. Allie, Jaide, Lapis ahead of you by a considerable amount, almost making their way into the next room of the cave.
I'm going to stop them. I'm going to stop Allie and Jaide and say, we need to wait for Mira and Eula. We need to stay together.
You stop?
Yeah.
I stop, very clearly wanting to continue forward.
We will continue forward once they catch up to us. But it's a bad move for us to separate any more than we already are.
I agree. I'd like to look around. Is there any thing in this cave?
A gelatinous cube. I don't want to face a fucking gelatinous cube.
Just look for trappy things or something.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, because I'm good at that.
While he's investigating, I sit on the floor and start meditating.
I have a natural 1, so.
Oh no.
So I don't see anything.
Actually, with a natural 1,
You see a cave.
you look forward.
You lose knowledge.
You see behind one of the stalagmites what feels like a shadow. You swear you've seen movement.
I'm also going to look around.
It's further away from you, but you feel like you could get the jump on whatever's there if you could just skirt around it and not be seen in your approach. Lapis, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Which is not my strongest, but maybe I'll roll well. Who knows? I did not. 5.
You see
Take that dice off the board.
Allie looking at things in the corner, and you see Jaide sitting on the floor. Other than that, the room seems relatively empty.
I'm gonna do my best to skirt that way and try to get a better look at the shadow.
Okay. You kind of come around, giving yourself a wide berth, and you can see, hunkered down, the cloak and cape of a humanoid creature.
Has he spotted me yet? Or it spotted me yet?
Doesn't seem to move.
I'm going to turn and gesture to Lapis and Jaide and say, "Do me love of it."
My eyes are closed.
I see him making the sign.
And then I'll say, slap him. A gesture to slap Jaide
See,
away.
this is why we don't
I-
plan,
I-
Mira.
bump Jaide, carefully nudge at him, and point at Allie.
I will open my eyes and look. Do I see?
You see what they're looking at. You see what they're kind of pointing at.
Okay.
I'm going to work my way closer to it with my scimitar out. And I'm going to poke it.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, I believe in your dice, Timmy.
Believe a little harder.
Oh God. Oh God.
11.
You creep around best as you can with your scimitar out, and you poke towards this draped, cloaked figure. Your scimitar instantly hits something hard, solid.
Do I recognize, is it a high clunk or
Hi, Clunk.
a low clunk? Or is it like
now.
a pile of buckets piled up underneath the...
It doesn't sound like hitting flesh. It sounds like something harder than that.
Like, I'll just take the scimitar and just sort of
Look at harder.
get the cloak and just sort of flip the cloak away if I can.
You lift the cloak with the scimitar. The cloak flies into the air, floats down. You see that the cloak has been placed on an additional stalagmite. But hanging over it is a familiar item, a book that hangs on a chain.
Do I recognize it as Nessie's book?
Instantly.
Okay. Can I look and see if the chain is attached to something else? Or is it just hanging?
Make a perception check.
Son of a fucking bitch. Perception will be a 5.
I take back my blessing.
I was going to say, can you withdraw your blessing on my...
You don't see anything, but you do feel on your hand a moisture. It's too dark to tell exactly what it is, but it's viscous and slick.
Gelatinous cube.
I'm gonna gesture Lapis and Jaide over and say, "Hey, took a look at this. Does it look trapped or anything to you? I know it's Nessie's book."
By this time, both Mira and Eula are making their way into the cave and seeing you guys huddled around the stalagmite.
I'm gonna stand after they have reached the area. But I make my way over.
Yeah. Do y'all see anything on? It's Nessie's book.
So now with the light, can we see?
Yes, with the light from the coin, You can see the smears, not a heavy amount, but the smears of blood on the book, ripped directly at the chain. You see the cloak on the ground and start to put together, Mira and Eula, what your fellows have encountered thus far.
I would like to look at the cloak and see if there is any blood on the cloak as well.
Make a perception check.
19. Oh, perception. 23.
Oh, shit.
There's not any blood on the cloak. You see that there's really very little blood on the book and the chain itself. The room is relatively empty and quiet, but just beyond you, you can start to see that there is a concealed passage to your right.
Mira, they know we're coming.
I imagine right now I'm just prancing around, kind of like somebody going through one of Ellen's Halloween scare movies. Just terrified to be there. Are we guessing these are Nesrin's robes?
You can
the ones
make
that she was
an
wearing.
insight check.
I was going to say, that's what I was checking when I looked at the robes. Do I recognize them as Nesrin's or as occultist robes?
It's hard to say, even with your role, it's hard to say that they would belong to her because the robes are all so similar. And these aren't clothes that you've seen her wearing all day. This is something she put on at the last minute. But you would guess. Go ahead and roll the insight check, Mira.
I did. It's a 4.
You would guess that you know exactly what I've already said.
This is to serve as a warning to us. We need to press on, but quietly.
I'm going to turn to Eula. If I kill people, are you going to be mad at me?
Not today, Lapis.
Very well.
Is the book in reachable distance, or?
Oh yeah, it's just tied around. It's just tied around the stalagmite.
Is it booby trapped?
Could you check that?
You could check for traps.
Does anyone have a bag of sand just in case?
You could just do a perception check to see if you can.
Okay. 17.
Oh!
Ooh, with the 17, this is just, you can tell that it's been loosely tied around and hooked. This was designed for you to find. This was, we have your friend. You're not sneaking in.
This little cave opening, hidden passageway. You said it was very slender. Is it too slender for all of us to fit through, i.e. me?
You could totally get through it. You could get through it single file.
Right, which way?
Eula, you have a coin, right?
Yes.
Should we flip it?
Okay. I flipped the coin. And I have a 2-sided dice.
Are we going to dictate which side's which?
So
Or are we just going to flip the coin?
well, hold on a second.
I was hoping.
Going for it.
We've got nothing better to do. Let's just
Give me a
Does the
minute.
book look like it's positioned in a way that would say this way or that way or anything? Or is it
Doesn't.
just in the middle of the room? Okay.
No, it has a note on it. It says, hey, come down this way. This is where we are, guys.
You don't know.
It says your best
Actually,
option.
I'm the only person who knows.
It's like a scarecrow.
It has
It's
a
just
big
like-
sign on it that says you're heading into a trap.
That's all I needed.
It just says you are
I didn't need
here.
the sarcasm.
We're near the shoe store.
I want you guys to have heard Timothy Stewart say, I didn't need the sarcasm.
Oh, Timmy.
In other
At
words,
least you
it's
know you've
totally up to you
influenced
guys. You
people.
tell me what you want to do, and we'll do that.
Has Eula flipped it?
No, we didn't determine what meant what.
How about heads down the main path
Down, tails.
and then
right.
tails down the secret path?
All right. Heads.
Down the main path.
Down we go.
Who's good at looking for traps and stuff like that? So maybe they should lead the way.
I've already started moving.
I If Jade's going, I follow.
So you guys are going to go down the
I'm
path
sorry, guys.
into what looks like the next big room?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just hoping you'll follow me.
He assumes everybody is his Lapis dog.
Jade.
Yeah.
I don't need this. Flip the coin to Jade.
I grab it.
I want you to make an athletics check. I just want you to catch the coin.
8.
The coin flies up in the air. We all watch it in slow motion, and it's that moment when you realize he's not going to catch that. And the coin goes right over your head and right into the space of the next room and lands on the top stair.
Okay, I move to it to pick it up. And if I do, then
Okay.
I keep going. And then a giant ball is released, and
You die 1,000 terrible deaths.
I want you to pick up a die. Don't care which die it is.
okay,
You step into the room going after the coin, and you step on the step to pick it up. Roll the die.
18.
You pick up the coin. Nothing more.
Okay.
There was going to be a landmine.
Oh Jesus. Okay. I'm still moving. I will look back to make sure that people are following me, but that doesn't stop my movement. Okay.
And we are.
I always follow Jade.
The entrance of this particular cave ends here at about a 10-foot drop-off. This broad set of stairs that Jade is on the top of are roughly hewn into natural stone. The cavern below is carpeted with this profusion of fungi, ranging from a few inches high to nearly as tall as you are. Two paths can kind of be seen as you're on this top level. One cut to the right and one cut to the left, sort of like the aisles of a theater. In fact, the Apollo Theater. Jade stands atop the top step. There is the 10-foot drop-off where you can look down.
I'm right behind Jade.
Okay?
I'll bring up the rear.
I would be probably behind Lapis since I just flipped him a coin.
Okay.
Oh, I'm happy where I am. I'm behind her, but not last. Thanks, Allie.
I'm making sure we're not being followed, stuff like that.
I appreciate it.
Make a perception check.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh. Just had to get warmed up.
I rescinded my blessing.
Starting to wonder about that blessing, Eula.
You see the movements of shadows just behind Mira. And while they are not able to get the drop on you, I need you guys to roll initiative.
Oh, snap.
Oh, there it is.
Nesrin, you come to. Your head is throbbing. You can feel that you are no longer wearing your robes and mask. And your hands and feet are bound. You are moving. And then suddenly, boom, hit the ground. Wakey, wakey. You look to see the figure of Langdedrosa Cyanwrath dropping you to the ground. But you realize he is not alone. Next to you are the sleek, smooth purple boots, a cloak. A female figure stands before you, short, dark hair, a scowly face. She holds a glaive in her hands. Welcome. And you would be?
I'm going to take in my surroundings before I answer. Can I recognize maybe where I'm at, or at least...
Make a perception check.
That would be a natural 20 plus my... where's my perception? Plus 5, so 25.
Oh my God.
You obviously can't tell where you are, but you notice a couple of elements in the room. There are a couple of tables. This is a relatively comfortable chamber in what would feel like a cave. It contains a writing desk, a stool, several tables with books and papers, a mirror on a floor stand. There are 2 oil lamps in the room. Thick rugs completely cover the floor. You see a series of rolled parchment and what look like maps on one of the tables, but there's no indication as to where you are in relationship to the entrance. You do hear echoes of running, of dripping water and the occasional scuttling or of a rodent on the ground, but more than that, you can't tell.
Am I injured? Or
You've got a bit of a cut on your forehead where the knot is.
where am I?
Curious. You're under the assumption that I should answer your questions. I'm afraid you are out of your depth, girl. What is your name?
Pardon my manners, I'm just a bit confused. Seems I have a bump on my head. My name is Nesrin. What's yours?
I am of the blood. Nesrin, who are you here with?
I don't likely recall very well. I must have hit my head. Your name. It seems to be a very popular name with your people.
Is it now? And how many of my people have you encountered?
Just a few.
And you forget who you've arrived with. My dear, you must be quite unwell. Perhaps, Cyanwrath, you could help her recall. And the half-dragon lifts you off the ground by your tied hands, and it holds you in the air until your face is equal with his. There's no honor in beating the likes of you, but there will be joy. Don't be foolish. Again. And he simply drops you to the ground. You hit. And though it jars you, it doesn't do you any additional damage. Who are you with?
Just family.
Family.
You know, yes, you know how it is. You go on a trip with your family, holiday. You have family, right?
I do. I don't want to be rude, but I think you've overestimated your charm. And she whap slaps you across the face. You're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
I didn't even realize I was being impolite. I thought we were having civil conversation is all.
Oh, I see. You've entered my home under false pretenses. You've taken away hostages, I presume.
Technically, I didn't enter your home. You dragged me into it. So...
Langdedrosa, I grow weary of this. I'll return when you've had an opportunity to help her see the severity of her situation.
And I call out, I like your boots.
And she goes and sits at her desk. Langdedrosa starts taking off armor. It wouldn't be fair. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. He takes a blade from his side, takes a hold of your hands, and slices the rope between them.
Oh, I hate that guy.
I want you to roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
I'm going back to my other group.
FYI, you don't want to take him on alone.
Oh, snap.
Been there, done that.
He's an ass.
Yeah, I kind of fear this wasn't going to be like a fun time, like a tea party or anything was going to happen.
I hate that
Okay,
guy.
so let me have initiative for my other group.
22.
Oh, hell yeah.
20 to 15. You got 22 from Mira.
22 also from Allie.
All
Nice.
right.
21 for me.
Look at there. 15 to 10.
Oh, God.
10 to 5.
I did not roll well, honestly. Well, I'm 8.
Oh, okay. That was your 8.
And 8 from Eula as well.
Okay,
What's your dex, Lapis?
My dex is a +2.
Mine's a +3.
Mira, what's your dex?
+3? No. Yeah, +3.
All right. So that puts my guys right there. All right. As you turn, Allie, surveying the area as you see these two figures coming out of the shadows, they pull into the space as you grab Mira and push her behind you. Mira, you're up.
What do I see?
You see two humanoid figures, tall with ornate masks, both holding very unique scimitar-like weapons, almost more dagger than they are short sword, but highly curved and highly effective looking. What would you like to do?
Oh my God. I am not athletic and I am not a fighter. I mean, are they definitely coming in to attack us right now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cultists in a cave. No, they were coming to sell you guys things. We have merchandise,
They have
guys. You
some
want to see?
Sensi.
I don't know if anybody's got Cult of the Dragon t-shirts.
So much
Some
sarcasm.
cave Sensi.
We've got some young living oils.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're coming for you.
Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. All right. So here we go. And you have to start with me.
Roll the
You rolled it on the initiative.
I didn't know that this. Okay. I can't start the attack. I will not last. So I need to sneak and hide. I need to get to that stalactite so I can kind of take in what's going on. Mira is gonna kind of drop and sneak to the side as fast as she possibly can.
As Allie is pushing you behind him as he sees these figures coming towards you, you simply kind of stop, drop, and roll, get down on the ground, and get low, which would take you just around. If you want to continue and get behind the stalactite, it would probably take the additional dash action to complete that movement and get completely out of their sight, if that would help you.
Mm-hmm. Let's do that.
Okay. And then you could use your bonus action to hide.
Done.
All right, that'll take us past you, Mira, into Allie.
I'm just going to slash.
All right, roll the attack.
The first slash does not hit because that would be a 8.
All right, that does not hit.
Second slash would be a 19.
Oh, that hits.
19 hits.
And that would be 4 points of damage.
All right. So you're going to go after this guy who is closest to you.
Yeah, the one on the top of the screen, I guess.
Okay. You've got slash. The first one misses as this figure in the cloak and ornate mask simply dodges under your attack. But unfortunately, he's not quick enough to move out of the way of your second as it cuts across his arm and upper torso. That is your attack. He screams out, "Ah! Get this son of a..."
Son of a what? And that's all I do.
Devil.
All right. Jade, you're up.
I hear what's going on and run right up to the guy that Allie didn't hit. If I have that much movement.
You do.
Okay. And I'm going to smack him with my quarterstaff.
It with stick.
Roll the attack.
I'm assuming 18, but 18, but plus 6.
18 hits.
I'm gonna use it as a double-handed.
Okay.
Get him.
And that's 12.
12 points of damage.
Yes.
Wow.
I rolled an 8.
Jaide simply bounds up 1, 2, 3 steps, and he's cleared the space. His staff coming from underhand, clock right across the guy. This guy's face is lit up with how shocked he is from the pure force of Jaide's attack. All right. He looks injured in that single attack. seriously injured.
Jaide, you can use a bonus action to hit with your fist.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Just an unarmed strike.
Okay. Roll the attack.
14 plus... okay, I guess 20.
Staff goes to the side. You cup it under your arm as your hand comes in a fist towards his face. How much is the damage?
6.
Clock. Bring him down.
Shit.
You know, if I would have tried that, it would have damaged me.
Oh, my fist.
I just want his nose goes into his brain.
Yeah, it does.
Fist into his face. He literally kind of does that frozen moment before he falls straight back to the ground, dead. The other one looks at him. Holy shit. I am of the blood. I am of the mother. And he comes with the attack. He's going to have to go after Jaide. That is a 19 plus 5. So 24 to hit on the first attack.
Oh, it does.
And 10 on the second attack. Slash on the first. That is 6 points of damage.
Okay.
On Jaide. As he slashes you on your exposed fist as you're still recovering from your hit against his fellow, you pull back just in time as he comes back with the scimitar for a second pass and is unfortunately unable to connect. Lapis, you're up.
The guy with the scimitars, how far away is he?
You're roughly about 20 feet from him.
I am going to run at him with my glaive and attempt to basically just shish kebab him in the gut.
She's a lady.
Whoa.
That's 17.
17 hits.
I'm going to go in for a shish kebab on him. 7, 8, 9, 11 points of damage.
Just running at him with that full throttle kind of sticks him right in the gut. It impales him and is holding on to dear life and holding on to life by a thread. Eula, you're up.
Cast Toll the Dead on the one that's living. DC 14 Wisdom save.
Okay. That is a 4.
6 damage.
6 points of damage. As he is holding on to this pole arm, Lapis basically shish kebabbing him. The sound goes off of this ethereal bell, and he doesn't know which to hold on to, the pole arm or his head. In either case, he falls to his knees before simply falling over, dead.
Who's the son of a now?
I'm going to take his mask off.
Okay.
And then I'm going to lift his body with my glaive and throw it over my head into the fungi.
Wait, he may have money. Oh.
Which fun guy is that?
All right. Make an athletics.
Not this one. Actually, he was kind of fun.
Make an athletics check.
16.
Ooh.
16. You push your glaive through his body and use it to just and push him through the crowd that has to clear as this body goes flying off the drop-off and into the fungus below. I want you to roll a D20, Lapis, for Odds, you're going to go he's going to go towards the left path. Evens, he's going to fling toward the right path.
13. So odds.
He goes over the drop off and his body falls toward the left side of the group of fungi. There's a stillness. The room is quiet for the time being.
I approach Mira and say, "Are you all right?"
Is it always like this with you guys?
Yes, and I go to the body and start rooting through the body, the other body that wasn't thrown over.
Gotcha.
Does the fungus do anything to this corpse? Does it react to it at all?
Make a perception check.
13.
Nothing that you see. Allie, you check these bodies. You find very little on this particular body with the exception of a piece of rolled up parchment. The parchment reads, "I want continual surveillance on the cave's entrance. With so few of us left behind, I want no chance to be surprised. We have our orders, Fulham."
And the mask that I took off, the body that I flung, I'm going to hand to Allie and say to add to your collection.
I'm going to look at it. Does it have the runes in the inside of the mask?
This particular mask does.
Okay. Can I don't have any idea what those runes mean.
No.
So, okay. Well, apparently they were supposed to watch the front of the gate or front of the cave for, they didn't want to be surprised. Well, surprise.
Surprise.
Shall we continue on through the fun guys?
Are they really that fun, though?
So many good jokes.
I've been watching Fuller House lately, guys.
I love that show.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
God.
I might have
It's
watched the new series.
Oh
me
my
too.
God.
It's like a weird guilty pleasure.
I just make sure everybody is collected and good to go, and I start moving again.
I wipe my blade. I wipe my glaive, the blood off my blade on dead guy's robes. I'm going to turn to Eula and say, "I'm sorry.
Are you sorry?
That was probably more violent than you approve of."
They took Nessie.
Exactly.
Do what you must, Lapis. I'm no boss of you.
I nod.
So, Jade, you check and make sure everybody's okay.
I was taking just a visual observation. I was just looking at everybody and making sure no one was physically injured.
Gotcha. You look to see that for the most part, nobody's been injured among your group.
Except for you.
They're shaken and rattled a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Jade? Saw you took a hit.
I'm fine.
All right. Tell me if you aren't feeling well.
Jade.
Mm.
We all want to go get Nessie. We have to move through with caution and not headlong into danger, because if we are hurt, we can't help Nessie.
I'd stand silently and wait.
Be reticent all you want. It's true.
I'd like to, before we head off, just poke my head out into the entrance that they came through. That the one that we're not going through. I'm not going in it. Just want to sort of poke my head in, just see if anyone else is coming through.
Okay. Go. You make your way around to this this passage. Go ahead and make a perception check to see what you can see. It is a relatively dark space, but with dark vision.
Perception, 13.
You hear the sound of dripping water. You hear the occasional rat scurry across the ground. You hear the sound of bats. Other than that, all is silence.
Okay. And then I just cross back and rejoin the others.
Okay.
Are we done waiting?
I'm good. Let's go.
I start moving.
I follow.
And you begin to walk down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And Jaide, I want you to make a roll the D20.
14.
You creep down the stairs. Make your way to the path, which is, now that you're on the ground level, has a clear path that cuts either straight forward or around to the other side of the fungus. Where do you go?
Down the clear path.
Your current path?
Mm-hmm.
The path you're on?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's next in the marching order?
I followed him.
All right. Lapis, go ahead and roll the D20.
Oh God, the fungus are gonna eat me. Ha ha ha! 18.
We don't know if it's good.
You follow behind him. There is no activity. Who follows next?
Oh God, is it me?
I was behind Lapis.
Okay, you're next then.
8.
Eula descends the stairs, quietly looking about. There's no activity. She simply joins Jaide.
It's gonna be me who does it, whatever it is.
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me.
I do.
Hey.
Hope I don't roll up too.
And this is just a regular D20 roll.
Just a D20 roll, just a straight roll.
15.
All
Am I
right.
the first odd number? Has there been another?
It was
Mira.
Baby.
Oh God.
No.
Mira. These stairs collapse, becoming a ramp, and you find yourself rolling down into Jaide, Eula, Lapis. I want you guys to make a dex save. As she tumbles down the stairs, you kind of have to clear her so that she doesn't knock you down like bowling pins.
20.
8.
14. You're just rolling all
At
eights.
least it's an even number.
Jade and Lapis
All
simply
fives.
leap over her as she tumbles. Unfortunately, Eula, trying to see to Mira's well-being, catches the blunt of her roll, and the two of them fall into the fungus on this path. I need the two of you guys to roll
Oh,
initiative.
jeez.
Shit.
That's why
I knew
you
the
do
fungus
this.
were bad. That's why I threw a body into them.
That's why you did that.
If it was like weird flesh-eating
They could be happy
fungus.
fungus.
We knew they were going to be nice
Happy
fungus.
fungus.
Nesrin, what was your initiative?
19.
All right. Mine
Oh, my God.
is a 5.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Langdedrosa, having taken off all of his armor, lays his glaive on the side wall, far enough from you that it would be difficult as it's behind him, but you take note of it.
Gotcha.
Come on, girl. No clever remark.
What is he wearing by chance?
He's got on a mix of dark and light purple tunic. He's removed all of his ornamental armor, his sheath. He's not wearing much, but of course, This is a creature covered in dark blue scales with a horn that protrudes from the top of his snout. He is taller than you considerably, and he doesn't even seem to have a guard up. He's just kind of holding his hands to the side.
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation. And I just make a very small ink spot on his tunic.
Okay.
And I just simply gesture and say, it appears you have a little spot on your shirt.
Okay. He says, Do I? Where? Show me. And he steps close to you. That's an 18 to hit.
Definitely is.
He's pointing with his left hand. Is it here? Is it here? Bah! And smacks you across the face. And does 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
And see, I was trying to be polite.
I don't care for clever. You'll learn respect, girl. Or you'll die before your friends even make their way down the first corridor. Who have you come with? And what do they want?
I'll never tell you. And I cast Chill Touch. 18. Is it hit?
18 hits.
Sweet. 10 points of damage.
Okay.
So I reach out a hand and grasp him in causing a necrotic damage.
And where have you touched him?
I cling around his neck.
Okay. And where you've touched him, he backs up, grasp at this place where you've done this magical damage. He has to clear his throat, which is already scratchy and low and growly. He looks back at her. And she simply nods. Well, feisty one. They'll sing songs about you when the mother comes. This'll be more fun than I thought, girl. More indeed.
My sister asked me if I could take you. I didn't have an answer then, but I think I have an answer now.
Oh, snap.
He is surprised by this. But he doesn't pick up his armor. He kicks it on the floor beside him. The woman has stood at the desk. And says, I don't think we'll need any more information from her. She's obstinate. But I think we may have one more device at our disposal before she dies. And she claps her hands. You hear this sound from behind you. And before you, fallen on the ground, having been thrown there, is a young girl. A young girl with red hair.
Oh my God.
Who looks very much like your new best friend. In fact,
Oh my God.
her hair is braided.
Oh my God.
No.
There's more than one way to get what you want, Cyanwrath. Have I taught you nothing?
No.
And she takes her dagger.
No.
You don't hurt the mother. You hurt the chicks. And she puts her dagger to the girl's chest.
I scream out, Leeson! I'm here with Leeson!
Now we're getting somewhere. And she, the dagger across the girl's chest. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Oh my God.
I'm stress eating over here.
Oh, Carol, I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What in the world?
I don't fucking know! Have we not figured that out yet?
What do you think you're dealing with? They're not like, oh, well, she's
I
very
know, but
resistant.
it's still Nesrin at the end of the day.
God.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, I was panicked for you.
I was paying for myself. I'm like sweating. I even put on extra deodorant because I was worried.
Well, friends,
God.
having said all of this, we can't wait to do this again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, can we
in
do
the
it again
meantime-
tomorrow? Because
We hope you guys will stay safe, have fun, be kind, and play the role.
yeah.
And vote.
and
And vote.
Also, can we talk about Mira's braiding skills? Because I haven't seen my sister in days. And
Yeah, exactly. And the braid was still familiar.
Yeah.
Your braid is tight.
right?